One problem I often have when using ggplot is that if 2 points are really close together, it's often hard to distinguish them. I figured out a quick way to solve this problem. Let me show you how. Okay, I'm in RStudio. I'm going to load the tidyverse, and then I'm just going to create some fake data called pre-post data. You can see that it's got question variable, timing, and then the rating. Then I've got a function here called pre-post plot. It's a little bit complicated, but let me just run it because the specifics of it don't really matter right now. If I run pre-post plot with my pre-post data, you can see that it gives me that. It doesn't actually put the points on it yet, but it will in a second. So here, I'm going to do pre-post plot for my pre-post data, and then I'm going to add g_on_point shape 21 with size 8. So you can see when I do that, it's giving me pretty decent size dots, which is good. And then by using shape 21, I can control both the color, the inside of the dot, as well as the outside. Now imagine though, I've got pre-post data v2. I'm going to run this, and then I'm going to display it down here at the bottom. So you can see we've got question, timing. The ratings are really close. In other words, the growth wasn't as big. Watch what happens when I make my chart now with the same code. Unfortunately, those 2 points really overlap. So there are a couple ways that I've found to deal with them. First is I've added color equals white. What this does is it's going to add just a little bit of a border around it, which makes it easier to tell the difference between the pre and the post plot. Now that white line is great, but it's a little bit small. The way you can adjust this is by adding a stroke argument to g_on_point. If I say stroke equals 1, you can see that it became a little bit bigger. You can adjust it however you want. 2 is probably a little too big. So I think I'll just keep it at 1. That's it for today. Hope you learned something useful. If you want to get tips like this in your email, sign up at rfortherestofus.com/newsletter.